Welcome back to the Neverwinter Nights original campaign with the Satiri monk, Millie Swift. And it is paused because I tabbed out of the program. And there's Lorana, and there's a chest. The chest has 2 gold in it. There's another chest. And it has a restoration in it, which for some reason I can cast. Ah, Millie Swift, you have awoken at last. I feel privileged to finally meet you, the hero of Neverwinter, here before me. I'm getting ahead of myself. You must excuse me. I'm just so excited to meet you. Welcome to Port Llast. I trust you had a safe journey from Neverwinter. My name is Lorana, and Lady Arabeth has given me the honor of greeting you upon your arrival. It's a pleasure to meet you. Let me say again how much I look up to you. We've all heard of the heroic deeds you performed in Neverwinter and how you saved so many lives from that terrible plague. I know you must be anxious to speak with Lady Arabeth and begin the search for the cult. She is anxious to speak with you, too. You can find Lady Arabeth and her associate Aaron Gend in the next room, near the exit of the building. Please go and see her right away. I wish you well on your quest. Find the source of that horrible plague. I'm sure that you will succeed and prove to be a hero once again. Goodbye. Wow, she's high energy. Okay, so this lady's high energy. I did disappear for a little bit. You didn't notice that because I stopped the fraps during that period. And the game is paused because I left. Okay. Adventurer.
Good to see you.
The cultists will rue the day they mess with Neverwinter.
Hello there.
Many innocent people died because of the plague. The cult must pay.
Please listen. I have some very important information. It is good to see you here in Port Llast, my friend.
She just came running right over.
If we are to have any luck in tracking down this strange cult behind the plague, it will be with your aid, I am sure.
Okay, continue.
I do not know how much you have been told about Lord Nash's orders. I shall help you understand whatever I can, certainly.
What exactly are Lord Nash's orders?
You know, of course, that Dester and Fenthic were associated with some manner of religious cult that was behind the Wailing Death in the city.
Yes.
We know so little about this cult, and it would be foolish in the extreme to suppose that simply because their activities in Neverwinter have been stopped, that they have been defeated.
Right.
Lord Nasher commands that we track down the headquarters of this cult and discover their plans and stop them before another atrocity is committed.
Okay.
Aaron Gend, Lord Nasher's spy master, is here in Port Llast to help us do this, and has brought reports of many strange activities throughout the northern lands.
I guess that halfling that was in the academy wasn't the what do you call it, spy master? I guess that makes sense. She must have been a decoy.
It is possible that agents of the cult may be behind some of these activities. If so, we may be able to find them and discover where their base is located. Your aid in this will prove invaluable.
Okay. How are you feeling? This must be a terrible strain.
My strain should not surprise you. My only love lies dead, and while it was my lawful lord who executed him, his true murderers remain beyond my reach. I wish, with such fervor that it frightens me, to see those allies of Desta pay, to see Tyr visit them with terrible justice.
Okay.
I am a paladin of Tyr, sworn to uphold good and justice, yet somehow I cannot condemn Fenthic in my heart. He meant only to do what he saw was his duty, I am sure of it.
Oh, lots of things here. This doesn't make sense. I'm a monk. The monastery is my life. I would be almost as bad situation as Arabeth is. Can't be the avatar of justice all the time. Actually, I'm the same religion as Arabeth. My character is. Everyone can make a mistake, Arabeth, even for the best reasons.
Aye, a mistake. But it is more than that, isn't it? Fenthic was hanged for treason, disgraced in the eyes of his Lord and his God. But I should not be distracting you from your task. My own problems are unimportant and of no interest to you, I am sure. Please forgive me.
Oh, don't go on. Tell me what you were going to say.
It is just that Benthic's fate could have been mine, or yours, or anyone's. How do you know that the path you walk is the correct one?
You don't know.
I have never questioned my faith or my duty before, but neither did Benthic. I feel doubt, and I am ashamed to admit it. Perhaps I am merely wallowing in my sorrow. Perhaps I know my path better than I think I do, but I am no longer sure. Is it wrong for me to think such thoughts?
It is never wrong to question. What's important are your answers.
Yet I have no answers, only more questions. Thank you for allowing me to unburden my heart, but perhaps it is best if I put these thoughts out of my head for now. The safety of Neverwinter relies on your mission, and my duty regarding that is more than clear. Let us speak of that instead. Of course, ask what you will of me.
Whoa, now suddenly you sound put upon and bored. What are you and Aaron again going to be doing here?
I am here to see that Lord Nash's commands are carried out, while Aaron continues to use his network of spies to gain more information beyond Neverwinter's walls.
Okay.
Admittedly, my own role seems sparse. Part of me thinks that my Lord Nasha simply wishes someone he trusts in this role, while another believes he does not wish to be reminded of Benthic or my pain. Regardless, we will do all that we can to help you. Do not think your efforts go unrecognized.
Oh, how do you propose
Aaron has several ideas on places where the cult may be hidden. Currently, he is working on finding a way into the city of Luskan. Its gates have been sealed since the plague in Neverwinter began.
Interesting.
I suggest you talk to Aaron about where these places might be. Search for any clues about the rise of ancient cults or odd activities. Once a way into Luskan is found, you can search there as well. If we are fortunate, you will perhaps encounter some part of the cult and gain information as to who they are and where they are based.
Why are we not searching more in Neverwinter?
The search does continue within the city. Indeed, Lord Nasher is having Neverwinter scoured thoroughly for more traces of the cult.
Okay.
It is his feeling, however, that the true force of the cult lies outside of Neverwinter, and that it is your efforts here that will prove the most valuable. Any information you discover should be brought to Aaron and myself. Once we know more about the cult, Lord Nasher can decide what to do next.
Hey, what do we know about this
Dester
cult?
appears to have been their link in Neverwinter, as you discovered. But of the cult itself, we have been able to ascertain little. Aaron is positive that its true heart lies outside of Neverwinter, and that it has yet to show us the extent of its strength. The task ahead of us will no doubt be most dangerous, but that makes it all the more necessary that we do not remain ignorant of what this cult is and what it intends.
Why is the screen shaking when I'm here? And it's shaking again. Okay, that's rather odd.
Certainly.
You look tired. Have you been sleeping well?
Why do you ask me that? The spy master put you up to this, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
I see. I suppose my state is obvious enough. Aaron is far more concerned than is warranted, however. Certainly a few bad dreams are not a reason to become alarmed. The servants claim I speak in my sleep and say frightening things. They creep about me cautiously, like I have gone mad. And Aaron pays their superstitious twitterings far more heed than he should. After all that has happened with the plague and Benthic, I think a disturbing dream or two is not so surprising, wouldn't you agree?
Not surprising at all.
Finally, someone with some sense. I keep telling Aaron that these strange dreams are nothing to be concerned over, but he insists on treating me like an invalid. These dreams shall pass in time. There are far more important matters to worry over than how I am sleeping.
You don't sound very
Now you
convinced.
too? Has the world gone mad, or is it me? These dreams are disturbing and frightening, but they shall pass. They are my burden to bear and no one else's.
Why don't you tell me about these dreams?
Perhaps you are right. Having the perspective of another on these dreams may not be a bad idea. I am falling in the dream, always falling, surrounded by a heavy blackness which chokes and drowns me. Grasping hands reach out to me, and the voices, a cacophony of whispers that plead to me for help.
Okay.
And then I see a shrouded figure. It is Fenvic. He is walking away from me, and I run to catch him, but always he eludes me in the darkness. The voices get so much louder. They are accusing me, blaming me, and I feel ashamed, though I do not know what I am being blamed for. I cry out for help, for them to stop their assault, but I go unheeded.
Yeah, these...
And then I catch up to the figure, and I see that it is not Fenvic. He turns and gazes at me with sad eyes, and I know it is Tyr. And then my God turns his back on me. These are my dreams. Perhaps now you can understand why I have not wished to discuss them. I am frightened of what they may mean.
They would frighten me as well.
That's kind of you to say. I am glad I told you at least. It makes the dream seem a bit smaller now.
Right. Very much smaller.
I do feel better for it, thank you. I am reminded a little of how I was introduced to the Paladin life. You should ask me to tell you the tale sometime. Until then, however, let's return to the subject of your task. That is something we can focus on at least.
Do you have any advice for
I
me?
would suggest you speak to Erengend and find out where to focus your efforts in finding evidence of the cult.
Okay, but first, I'm going to rest. Because... Erebeth will continue her tale when you have achieved a higher level of experience. Okay, let's talk to
Hello. I had hoped that you would show up here, my friend. I heard that Erebeth recruited you to stamp out the evil cult that was responsible for the plague.
Vinu, what a pleasant surprise! I thought we had parted for good, Millie, but the goddess has her own plans that I must follow. I went back to the Trade of Blades to prepare myself for a journey home, and I was only there a few hours when I was approached by Lady Erebeth on behalf of Lord Nasher himself. She told me that Lord Nash is determined to root out the cult that brought so much suffering to his city. He has ordered all the mercenaries in Neverwinter to come to Port Llast to join the search. He ordered the mercenaries. I bet that went over well. I was afraid I might have missed you while I was changing my clothes. Changing your clothes? Oh, when I came in here, a waitress spilled some drinks. She soaked your clothes? Oh, well, no, I bumped into her, and when the drinks crashed down, I leapt backwards into a dwarf, knocking over his ale and stew. So, that messed you up? Oh no, the food and drinks landed on the floor, but the dwarf crashed into a half-orc, causing the knife he was eating to slice open his cheek. That's when the brawl happened. And you wrecked your outfit in the brawl? I managed to stay out of the brawl, hiding under a table, feeling awfully guilty. When the fight was over, I felt I should help clean the mess. So you got dirty cleaning up? No, I wore an apron and managed to stay pretty clean. Then I stepped outside for a breath of fresh air and slipped in a mud puddle. Then I had to go change. Why didn't you just tell me you slipped in a puddle from the start? Oh, I didn't want you to think I was clumsy. Oh, gee. I'm waiting here at the orders of Lady Erebeth. So, are you working for Erebeth? Lord Nash... Okay, I already got that. Have you heard any rumors of the cult? I haven't heard anything specific about the cult, but I've heard about some trouble around Neverwinter Wood. I don't know very much, but apparently there was a ranger in town here that was telling of animals savagely attacking anyone in or around the woods. Having failed to destroy us with their terrible disease, it would hardly shock me to find out the cult had struck a plague with a plague of vicious animals. Is there anything else I can help you with, Millie? Why are you waiting around in here? No, I'm not much of an investigator. I've been ordered to travel with anyone who has need of a healer. You're the one who knows how to solve mysteries, Millie. I would love to help you, though. Oh, I'm often in the need of a skilled healer. Join me. It'd be a great pleasure, Millie. I look forward to our adventures together. I will follow you and perform to the best of my abilities according to the orders you have given me. Anytime you wish to issue new orders, you have only to speak to me again.
Hey there, dear. What can I do for you?
Da-da-da-da-da. Heal me if I become seriously wounded. Okay. Okay, let's see if there are any other...
So, we meet again. The others had told me Arabeth had recruited you to find cultists. I can't say I'm surprised. You've acquired quite the reputation for yourself, haven't you?
Surprised to see you here, Charlotte. Why is that? Just because we went our separate ways in Neverwinter, I'm supposed to disappear off the face of Phaedra? If you haven't noticed, there's a shortage of good adventurers. Lady Arabeth approached me at the Trade of Blades to hire me on Lord Nash's behalf, just as you were, I imagine. No, I am a monk of the Temple of Tyr. I am actually beholden to Neverwinter anyway. So you were conscripted? I've been paid good coin for my services by Lord Nasher, actually. It's another chance of acquiring some fame in my eyes, even though I've been told to merely offer assistance to you and Arabeth for now. So, do you need my help? Do you have any information? The cult could be practically anywhere. You may want to look in the hills by the Green Griffin Inn. I've heard many tales of monsters raiding the roads and forests. Monsters? Bugbears and orcs, mostly. Apparently they're being directed by some humans, however, which would make it quite odd. At any rate, since Luskin is wrapped up in its own concerns, the countryside has become open season for banditry. These monsters, however, are more organized than normal. Okay, fair enough. You know where to find me.
I know you. You are the one who emerged from the corpse-clogged streets of Neverwinter to save the city from the horrors of the Wailing Death.
Well, I wasn't acting alone. Arabeth and the other city guard did as much as I. Others may have been involved, but I know the truth of things. I see the mark of the Silent Lord upon you. I have known about you ever since the massacre at the Academy, Millie. A beautiful maelstrom of brutal slaughter swirls around you. I am Grimnaw, a monk of the Order of Long Death. No doubt you have come for the same reason as I, to join in Arabeth in hunting and slaying the cult that was responsible for the Wailing Death. I am eager to punish those who unleashed the Wailing Death upon Neverwinter. Thousands were taken by the disease, their essence stolen from the grasp of true death. That is why I answered Lord Nash's desperate call for mercenaries to come to Port Llast. He is also anxious to root out those behind the Wailing Death. Have you heard any rumors? Their location is well hidden, however, I would not be surprised they are connected with the village of Charwood. The town has isolated itself from the rest of the world, far to the south of Port Llast. Few outside my order even remember such a place exists. The town is a strange place. There is a foul taint upon it that we of the Long Death can feel. None of the emissaries of my order has sent south to investigate Charwood has ever returned. It would not surprise me to discover links to the cult behind the Wailing Death in that unnatural place. So are you going to look more into it? Running a helter-skelter on my own would do little to locate the cult, and even less to further the cause of death whom I serve. Your reputation well known, Millie. I have heard many tales of the slaughter you rain down on those who dare oppose you. Sorry, I'm not interested. Return to me again if you require an ally in your mission. Together we can help sow the seeds of destruction throughout the land and reap a harvest of agony and death. Right! No. No, thank you. There's a guy with a name back there.
It is a pleasure to see you again, though not altogether unexpected. I had heard that Arabeth recruited you to stamp out the foul cult that was responsible for the plague.
I'm surprised to see you here, Dalen. I know we went our separate ways, Millie, but it seems the gods have seen fit to bring us together once more. After we parted ways in Neverwinter, I returned to the Trade of Blades to offer my skills for hire. It was there I was approached by Lady Arabeth on behalf of Lord Nasher himself. It seems Lord Nash is determined to root out the cult so much... That's pretty much the same thing somebody else said. Conscripted to service. Oh, it was what Sharwin said. Well, Paige, do you have any more information? I've heard nothing of the cult, though many suspect, as I do, that the answers might be found in the city of Luskin. The city has long been an enemy of Neverwinter, an evil blight upon the north. It is widely acknowledged as the home of murderers and thieves. Murderers and thieves, a place with no honor. Would not surprise me to discover links to the cult in that den of evil. Is there anything else I can help you with? Don't need anything right now. Then I shall bid you farewell. If you ever find yourself in need of a skilled and honorable warrior, come speak to me again. Yeah. Oh, Tony.
Well, now, if it isn't you! Glad I am to see you. Isn't the country wonderful this time of year? So much better than the city with all that, burning and dying. You know.
You again? Are you following me around? Well, maybe just a little. After all, it's not like there's enough employers alive right now that I have them beating down my door, aye? And anyway, I didn't have to chase you much. Seems Lord Nasher wants to get rid of all the cold that started this fire. It's good for him. Just goes to show not all old people are useless and should be killed, you know? You conscripted? I've already been paid by Miss Erebeth, and good coin too, I might add. You'd think this Nasher fellow belched gold at will. I was just told I'm supposed to help out wherever I can. How sweet and unspecific is that? I don't suppose you actually want anything, do you? Do you have any information? Nothing more than anyone, no. You ask me, Luskin's the place to look. Oh, aye, the city has pirates and thieves galore. With any... I've drifted off his proper accent, haven't I? Anyone with any kind of bad reputation is more than welcome there, I assure you. Been there a few times myself. What better place for a frog to hide than amongst toads? Well, not that I've any evidence to back that up or anything. Okay, don't need anything right now. Besides a bath, suit yourself, my lady. Bath? Actually, it was a bath that got me into this problem in the first place. Well, what problem would that be? You know, the red skin,
Good to
the
see you
wings.
again. Though in actual fact, I cannot say I am really surprised.
When I heard Erebeth was recruiting people to aid in the search for the cult behind the Wailing Death, it was a simple logical leap to assume you would be one of those recruited. I've never been stalked by a gnome before. I am not stalking you. I have a vested scientific interest in investigating the Wailing Death and the events that transpired in Neverwinter. You may have discovered a cure for the plague and flushed out those behind it, Billy, but the process by which the Wailing Death was spawned has not yet been determined. Given my scientific interest in this plague and my desire to ensure it never again unleashed upon Faerun, it was only logical that I answer Erebeth's call for aid. A point of fact, I did not discover the cure. Kelvin Aronson discovered the cure. I just recovered the ingredients to the cure. Same thing about Lord Nasher hiring him. Rumors? I heard people claiming that the cult has a base in the plains to the south. Others insist there is undeniable evidence of the cult in the forest to the east. Still others swear the cult is hiding in the city of Luskin to the north. Obviously, such rumors and hearsay have little value. I prefer to put my faith in hard empirical evidence. Evidence I can observe with my own two eyes. As yet, I have found no evidence I consider reliable. But you must have an opinion on where to start looking. I don't think you understand. Without the proper data to analyze, my evaluation of the situation would result in an hypothesis with an unacceptable margin of error. Naturally, I have formed some preliminary theories, but if I were to venture any opinion on this matter, it would be nothing more than a complete and utter guess. So guess, Body Knock. Sometimes you've just got to play a hunch. A hunch? You are a strange woman, Billy. I suppose if I were forced to make a guess, I would say I would start a search in the Neverwinter Wood to the southeast of Port Llast. Roots, herbs, and other flora grow in abundance in the forest, many of which can be used to heal a variety of illnesses. It is only logical to assume that such plants can also be used to bring sickness and death. Plus, the woods are shunned by most civilized people. They believe they are haunted, making it a perfect place for a secret hideout for a large group. Neverwinter Wood seems to be the only place that provided the seclusion and the materials that would have been necessary for a cult to bring about the Wailing Death. At least that's my best guess. You have some solid reasons for a guess. As I said, I had a preliminary hypothesis. However, I would not be at all surprised to find my theory about the Neverwinter would be wrong. Okay, goodbye. Farewell, Millie. If you find yourself requiring the services of good sorcerer, you can find me here. Unless my services are contracted by someone else. Oh, potion of endurance. Cool. I had all those potions at the end of the Icewind Dale campaign, which I just finished last night. All those potions after potions after potions, and I ended up not using as many of them because it was
Hey,
just really
as it hurts
hard.
you here to sign up, I've no time for a new apprentice, however, so off you go.
Sign up for what? For the bloody mercenary guild, of course. Isn't that why you've come? Unless you're not here for training. Well, now I place you're one of the folk who came with the Lady Airbeth, aren't you? Neverwinter. My apologies, lass. We get so many strangers coming through town these days, after all. Something I can do for you? Who are you? My name is Kendrick, head of the guild here. And Mayor Port Llast, also known as the first captain. Your name be then? The head of the mercenary guild is also the mayor of the town. Interesting town, Port Llast. Pleased to meet you. My name is Millie Swift. I think I recall the lady mentioning you now. She said you be a hero, in fact, which makes me doubly glad you're here. Though I think I may have drunk a little too much. You look a little bit like a demon. No, that's what I look like. I have a problem someone competent like yourself might be able to help with, and there's coin in it for ye to boot. Might ye be interested? Why does the mayor of the town and head of the mercenaries guild have a problem he needs to go to a complete outsider with? Okay, what's the problem? I received word from Waterdeep not long ago that a group of criminals escaped from the Bulwark prison and dangerous bunch of killers all. According to the word, the group be split up to avoid capture, but all of them be in this region. Makes me nervous, it does. You're the head of the mercenaries guild. Shouldn't you be doing this yourself? Each of them has a sizable bounty for their left ear, marked with the seal of the bulwark to prove they be dead. 'Tis too dangerous a task to set me own men to it, but perhaps he might be up to the challenge. What do you think, lass? How dangerous are these men? Not all be men, in fact, but all be quite deadly if he finds them. Be careful. At least they be separated now and not all together. Okay, I'll do it. 'Tis a relief to hear that, lass. If left free and alive, these criminals could become a problem, I'm sure. I hope he finds them all. The five be named as follows: Zor, the Sturge, Wevrin, Delilah, and Yeskar. Zor. Zor be a minotaur, so he should stick out wherever he goes. He be strong and fierce warrior, but is a wee bit simple in the head. I am told he has many friends still in Lusk, and it may be that he will be there, or at least attempting to enter the city. The Sturge. Sturge be a strange one, gnome thief, it is said, who believes himself to be the smartest man alive. The gnome was sighted in the wildlands along the South Road, though he could be anywhere there. And Wevrin? There's an elven man, a renowned bandit, who is familiar with the ways of the wood. He be deceptive and cunning and skilled with a bow. The elf has not been sighted, but I would have little doubt he be hidden within Neverwinter Wood. Best search for him there. Delilah? Female halfling who is known to be cruel and wicked. She be an assassin who comes out of Luskin. I hear the city be closed up tight, however, so I doubt she'll be there. Last word I have of that one is that she was spotted east of town, but then all but vanished. Yeskar? Fierce half-orc murderer. It were he that masterminded the escape of all these criminals. Of all the ones that have escaped, 'tis Yeskar who has remained the most elusive. I have not a clue where he might be, though he will not stray far. Let me ask you something else. What kind of guild is this? Mercenary guild. I hear I train fighters to hone their skills and see to hiring them out. Can you train me? Oh, in such a short time it would benefit ye little, lass. Besides, as I already said, the guild be full. Do you sell arms and armor then? Hey, if you wish, just go speak to Haljal the Cracked Anvil. He would have all ye need, I assure ye. They sets their own prices. Okay, and he gives information. Okay. And there's gold here. We're going to steal it. I am oh so lawful. And we're going to go talk to Aaron again with his leg
Hail,
warmers.
friend. You were instrumental in ridding Neverwinter of the Wailing Death, I understand. Allow me to congratulate you on a job well done.
Actually, I had the timer go off a little bit ago, so I'm going to stop this video and start a new one. Talk to you in a little bit.